Pierre's Javelin.
Hey, it's Wednesday. Welcome to Cunw Brothers.
Another Darklord review variant.
It's Pierre's Javelin. It is Darklord aged in reef salt.
2020
Reef salt barrels.
Darklord variant. Very excited to try it. Been reading a little bit. It's like a southern France grape made wine. It's supposed to be like a sweet port.
And just like Champagne comes from Champagne, France, this reef salts comes from Reef Salts, France. It's a city. So should be interesting. So it's a little reef salt barrels or wine is a little more potent than most.
I was excited to be able to see what barrel they actually aged it in, number one, but it's always interesting too that it's not a barrel age. I mean, that's what you would expect. But they use not only wine, but they don't just pick something off the shelf that you've heard of. We had to look stuff up, and then even looking it up, it's like we're looking up other things that we looked up that we found, you know what I mean?
Yeah. It's winter time. It's a great time to drink these stouts. We've only got about 400 or 500 left to go. We'll get to work, I promise. And as usual, what's normal, as what's over here is maybe we've seen in the past, some barrels have just out there. Well, I should have. I spilled a little bit.
On both sides, but you know, as they say, it happens.
I was going to say, as they say, he spills it every time.
And I highly recommend the Bottle Breacher. It is
So-
a very nice.
I'm not, I don't think I can tempt that.
Oh, I kind of just. It must be the sober in me. I just picked it up and didn't even spill a drop. Okay, well,
That was just to, ooh, that is thick and sweet. Man,
that definitely has a
man, I like
much
that.
more of a wine flavor than any of the other ones we've had.
You know, and it's sweet.
we don't really get much room in the glass.
I know,
to
my
get some
nose don't
vapors
fit.
going.
Yeah.
We will never drink out of these small glasses again. We apologize.
No, it's okay. I mean, you got to learn by making mistakes, right?
They were
So,
convenient.
You don't
And,
ever make a mistake. You can't learn nothing.
and this is a glass that's extinct now. Cultivate out of Michigan, southern Michigan. They were
trying
terrible.
to cultivate and grow, but they just never quite took root.
They were terrible. Every time we went, the beers were barely drinkable.
I swear they used possibly a water softener.
That was your theory.
All their beer tastes like soft water. That. I truly think they use soft water to make all their beer.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know, or maybe to cut it.
It was terrible. It was terrible beer in every aspect. We tried every beer they had there every time we went. Didn't have a single one that was really even palatable.
I've heard different things, stories about the creation and growth of that business. I don't know if they're true, so I'm really not going to repeat them.
Yeah,
But,
bad stories.
But
Bad ownership.
It seemed like it was doomed from the start by what I've heard. But we like breweries, so it's too bad. We hate anybody to fail.
Well, enough about my glass. Let's talk about what's in it.
Man,
That is normal Darklord-ish flavors with a definitely a background, maybe even a foreground of wine.
I have to disagree with anything that compares this to Darklord, because as we've said before, regular just old Darklord is not really very good, and this is like
A wine connoisseur would really like this.
this is like a variant of one of our very sought after Bourbon County stouts. This tastes like a aged, wonderful, sweetened.
Wow, the amount of wine flavor in that's all I can get out of it is a red Cabernet taste.
It's very sweet though. I mean, generally when I think of wine, I don't drink a whole lot of wine, and it's generally because it's drier and it's not as sweet, and you know, I end up with a headache. It just almost always sucks the water out of me and gives me a headache. But this is like, this
will sustain you.
is thick. This is robust. This is like if you were dying on the beach of starvation. This is like finding a big thing of peanut butter.
Man,
it's so good.
You hear these tunes in the background? That is our buddy Gabe Hines and his band, Jason Woolley, Joel. They are
Beating the hell out of it. Yeah.
and Ty. Ty. They're badass musicians. Yeah. They are killing it. They're right over there killing it.
Right?
Playing live for us. So yeah, not much more I can really say about this other than that's a good variant. It's probably one that if I drank it for a while, I feel like I'm gonna smell like a wino. It has such a wine flavor to it that I bet you even have a wine breath.
It's opening up a little bit as you got a little more air in your glass there.
Yeah, now you get good smells.
And it's got some sweet.
Right, I get the smokiness.
Grapey.
I get the molasses still, the sweetness.
Okay, that's it, exactly. I was trying to figure out what that is. It's almost like a fig
sugar.
Fig molasses sugar in there.
Yeah.
It's good. It smells wonderful. The more I can get in that glass and the more temperature I can get in the beer, the more it's bringing out
it was
some nice smells.
It was a mistake using the small shot glasses.
It's all right.
Maybe in the next video we'll bust out, the
We need to
globes.
get us some like our friend on YouTube that's got the great big glass, man. That's the way to be, where you can put a whole one of these in one glass.
I don't know if you could. He always has that glass up near the camera, and it looks so much bigger. And then when he actually pours the beer in it, he'll pour a 12-ounce beer in it, and it will fill like this full. It's probably a 16-ouncer.
I could have swore I've watched him put a whole
16-ouncer in there.
No, a whole.
750. Nope.
Well, what size is a Pliny the Elder come? It was a.
I think 500 ml.
Okay, well that's 16.9.
15.9 ounces.
16.9.
16.9. Okay.
Yep. Is that what that is?
But yeah,
I thought I seen him put a 22-ounce bomber in that before, but I guess I could be wrong. I haven't watched nearly as many of them as you have.
I mean, I've probably watched 20, 30 videos of his, and mainly because certain beers I wanted to look up. And in case you ever want to look up another guy, he's pretty cool. His name's Greg. Greg's Beer Reviews,
man, and he's done.
Seems like really
seemingly
really nice
all
guy.
of them. Yeah.
Just it's cool watching them. There's a lot of beer reviews out there.
It's getting thicker and warmer and wonderful. Look at those tiny micro bubbles just sticking all over the place.
Oh yeah, it's got a very nice lacing of bubbles,
Tiny little micro bubbles.
That is one thing that is good about the Darklord base. The way they carbonate it, the way it's balanced.
I just think it's so full of itself that it doesn't have room for carbonation. You can't hold air in the thick abundance. Pushes it out.
That Darklord definitely needs something done to it. It needs even if you plain old barrel aged it. The barrel aged Darklord, like Hellaboozy, whatever that was, man, that one was delicious.
Mm-hmm. That was a couple years old. That was a 5-year-old one, I think, that we drank, wasn't it?
But it was barrel aged.
Yeah.
I mean, they didn't add anything. They didn't adjunct it. They just barrel aged it.
Well, that's what this is. This is just barrel aged, but it's barrel aged in.
But it gave it some flavor.
A sweet port-like wine barrel.
And the original Darklord just has Maybe we've drank too much of it, and it's it's
melding
arsenic,
together.
man.
Melding together. No, I think, you know what? Maybe we need to have just another Darklord sometime.
I'm not a fan. Let's save it and drink with somebody else that's interested.
Yeah, let's see if we can get somebody over here to have a Darklord with.
Hit us up if you want to come have a Darklord.
And we'll just break it out. That way we can get, their position on it as well. I mean, we need to find somebody that actually enjoys a good Russian Imperial Stout. Or if we open a brand new one, a Ukrainian Russian or Ukrainian
Oh yeah,
Imperial
it's now called. They changed it from Russian Imperial Stout to. Well, they got rid of that altogether, but yeah, on their website they said something about it being a Ukrainian Imperial Stout now. Kind of funny.
Well, it's not funny. I mean, it is what it is. What they stand up for is what they stand up for.
Oh,
Cheers to
they're
them
actually
for it.
Ukrainian background, Three Floyds. That's the main reason they're all about that too.
We've said some positive, some seemingly negative. I don't know if it came
Floyds?
off negative. No, not about Three Floyds, about this particular one. I don't know if anything came out negative about this, but I have to say right now it is insane, crazy good. Insane, crazy good. And
The only negative would be maybe if you are just somebody who does not like wine, cannot stand wine, you got drunk on it when you were 15, you got sick, never drink it again.
I think you're.
I get a lot of wine going on.
I don't. So,
None?
I mean, yeah, but it's masked by it's so thick and sweet. That's not wine. I have a wine like at the back of the tongue.
Like I was drinking a stout and somebody said, "Hey, try this," and I took a sip of their wine, went back to my stout.
But
it's just like there.
But it was like a thick, wonderful wine too, like a nice. I mean, it's sweet too, like it must
like a
have been
good red
Moscato.
wine.
Yeah,
I mean,
but
it's definitely not like Mad Dog 2020 or
No.
anything. It's like a fine
Mad Dog ain't no wine either.
like a fine red wine,
Wine,
which I
that's
can
wine I
drink
know.
sometimes. But I'm like you. I'm not really a big fan of wine. I definitely can enjoy a glass or two.
But see, I even get like chocolate notes on it,
Oh yeah.
and like good, wonderful chocolate notes. It's not baker's chocolate. It's like a really good.
The way Darklord does
Cocoa,
it,
yeah.
when you add something, when you do something with Darklord, it creates a whole new flavor. It extracts the arsenic. as
You know,
we say.
what this kind of actually reminds me of? It's a little less creamy, but it almost reminds me of when we did the Oreo Press Darklord. The Oreo Press Darklord has that chocolatey sweetness like this. Now there is the wine in there that's.
This would be really good Oreo press.
I don't think you could take a really even bad stout and Oreo press
Take a
it and
marshmallow.
not make it better.
Let's take the marshmallow hangy and we will press it with. I don't know what's the cheapest. What's a generic Oreo? Is there a generic Oreo out there? Like press
There's
it with
gotta
generic
be.
Oreo.
There's a generic everything. There's got to be generic Oreo.
Oh yeah, our local Martin store. What is it called? Fair Value, Family Life, something. I don't know. I don't like where our awesome local grocery store
Why don't we
went.
just Costco got Kirkland Oreos?
Those would probably
That'd probably
better
be better than Oreos.
We're not paid by Costco, but we are Kirkland lovers. If you've seen our videos, we've probably mentioned it. Well, I got him hooked too. He pays the membership. He buys it.
Oh, I sold my store, sold like the company store, and its name is Costco.
Not to mention their gas is cheap. I mean, let's
I
stop
never get their
advocating
gas.
Costco.
I never get their gas.
I know.
It's so much of an inconvenience, out of the way, and
And he's got a gas.
well, no, I don't.
Oh yeah, you don't drive your.
Well, no, I mean,
Mumble.
I have a vehicle through a company that pays for my gas, and they don't do Costco because they are Marathon.
Yeah.
But they only pay for the gas in my company vehicle. I drive my own vehicles. I have multiple Harley Davidsons. I have my wife's car. She drives everywhere. I definitely put a couple $100 a week in gas. And I don't use Costco for it, which would save me 10 of those $200 a week I spend, I'm sure. I'm not arguing that.
I mow lawns sometimes in the summer.
I do too. A couple days a week. It's at my own house though.
Well, I'd say right now, we got like, 40 or 50 bottles, the variants of Darklord to get through. I don't want to open the other one of these or even the next two of these anytime soon. Not really as much of a fan as you. I would say
I'm not saying a super big fan. I'm saying it seemed to me that you were coming off a little negative on it, and I just wanted to assure our viewers, if they have one of these, that there's no negativity in it. He is being a critic.
But you
is
have
what he is.
You have to let them know about. Yeah, definitely.
It's like you could be a movie critic, and you could say a few bad things about the continuity, maybe of like something like John Wick, but it's a super awesome movie.
Don't enjoy it. Yeah.
Super awesome movie. Blah blah blah. And you could be a movie critic and say something bad about Napoleon Dynamite. And if you didn't say something really, 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 really bad about it,
you're an idiot.
Somebody might have actually wasted their time watching that, like I did. I was like, I called the guy that said, hey, you should watch this movie, it's great, and said, you owe me an hour and a half because I watched that stupid shit, and other people like it, though.
But
just not me. And he should have known that because he knows me.
Listen, my whole point, though, was I kind of lined up all the variants that we've drank so far in order on the way I think I would like them. I started off with the worst one.
To me, this is in the top third of the Darklord variant.
It's what I imagined when I read about it. But as far as tasting it now, I mean, it's. I think the one with the Michigan cherries was better. And that's one of the first ones we opened because I didn't think it was going to be good at all.
I was blown away. But that did have a...
Oh, big time.
Which
is the thing I don't like, but it was good.
Well, what I mean like that is like it had the gin blossoms. It had like almost had like a dry knot in the back corner.
The cherry skin.
Yeah, it had a tartness to it that was at the end. Still super good Darklord variant.
It was a delicious variant.
But, gosh, what was the name of that one?
I think it was just Darklord. I don't know. Ronaldo.
No, was that Ronaldo?
Yeah, Ronaldo.
And he'd had Ronaldo for quite a while. And
the first ones
had
I got,
not
the very first one I got.
Drink it. We did not drink it because we kind of liked the novelty more than we thought what was going to be in the bottle. We didn't think it was going to be very good.
I would have probably never drank any of these variants, if we weren't doing it for you guys.
You know,
I think they're better looking, sitting on a shelf full than in my belly.
This has a tart cherry almost smell to it as well.
Oh yeah.
It just don't have that flavor.
It's more of a fermented cherry.
We like the fruit. So sticky. I mean,
as Darklord is.
What were we gonna say?
Oh, I was just finishing your sentence. It's so sticky as Darklord.
One thing I would add, and I think we have not. If they've only barrel aged this,
regular Darklord.
Right, if they've taken regular Darklord and they've only aged
it in a Jim Beam barrel, or Jack Daniel's barrel, even.
No, they put it in this barrel. Okay,
I'm
assuming that they've taken regular Darklord and they've just put it in what was it,
Reef Salt.
Yeah, barrels, and this is the result. This tastes to me like a wonderfully blended masterpiece of ingredients of an adjuncted stout that we might get from Transient, right? But it's what
more
it says
in its natural form.
But if what it says on the bottle is correct, then this is truly a masterpiece in finding that barrel and putting just regular old Darklord with its arsenic and everything right in that barrel, and this is the result.
It's like talking about the universe and infinity. I mean, what has come to be to make this bottle? Probably the yeasts, the different ingredients have probably come from around the world and have been evolving to better ingredients.
My only point is that I'm trying to make is that this tastes adjuncted, beautifully done, not added. Beautifully done, but it tastes.
And according to the Rhinesgott thing, it is adjuncted. But
yes, but this is if it is what it says it is, it's just regular Darklord aged in these wonderful barrels of the sweet port-like wine barrels. To figure out to use these barrels to come out with this as a result is genius, right? Because we know people that use barrels, but they also use really wonderful chocolates and vanilla, and they use coconut, and they come out with something that's
you know who that is,
like
right?
this. Who is that?
That's Kenny.
Kenny.
He's cheesing right now.
Oh.
Just in case you don't know what I'm talking about. There, yeah, see, it's Kenny. He's cheesing. Yeah, he's like, what is that called? Boobland? Booblandia? I don't know.
Major boobage, dude.
Major boobage.
Major boobage. I thought you were saying it was Butters, like that was gonna be
Kenny.
Master Chaos or whatever.
Oh yeah, Captain Chaos.
Is it Captain
I
Chaos?
think so. I don't know. Professor
Chaos.
Yeah, it's too bad South Park fell off.
They did? I think they're still making them.
They are, but they're only like they're doing like 6 more like movie length.
I think mine is still way better than yours. Because with the added air, you get more temperature. And you got so much less air in your...
Yeah, there's not a single off smell in it.
The more empty it gets, the warmer the beer gets, the more air in the glasses, the better the smell and therefore the flavor is. And because you're kind of like, oh my God, it's almost gone, you're savoring every sip that much more.
Well, other than these videos, all throughout time, we have always opened a bottle and usually poured this much into the glass. And we will
Swill it and
really
play
get
with
into
it.
the whole splitting the bottle up. You know, that's a new thing for the reviews.
Well, and it's cool, but we just learned tonight
We go back to our roots. Oh yeah, bigger glasses.
to get bigger glasses. We need to get flutes like this. That way we can pour like 6 ounces in it, and it'll just look like a shot at the bottom.
Little cap
Somebody
full,
spit in
yeah.
the bottom. I'm like,
I need your help. Like, all right, dude, I'm gonna take a drink. You ready? Help me.
here you go.
And then it dumps all down me. Yeah.
So this is a Corojo, which is generally a super thick cigar.
That
And
doesn't
this
stink.
Is,
It's not a bad
this is
stinker.
super, like it's a 60 ring or so. It's huge gauge.
That's one I will definitely allow to be
And
smoked around me. At any
this is
time.
actually an inexpensive, kind of a no-name, inexpensive kind of cigar from my local place here. And it's so wonderfully mild that
Yeah, it just doesn't have that like.
I just let it go out.
Old rotten leather smell. It's more like fresh, something fresh that's supposed to be burnt. You know what I mean?
It's just tasty. You gotta puff tough to keep this thing even going, man.
That's good. Probably nice and the right amount of humidity. Oh, what a nice day and a nice beer to have. We've enjoyed this time with you. I hope you guys enjoyed our chit chat, and I appreciate you guys watching. We always do.
Very much so. Please, if you like this video, take the time to smash that like button, subscribe. We need some subscribers. We got a goal of, what is it, like
200?
no,
100.
It's
100.
1,000. It's 1,000 is the goal.
Oh, that's our lifetime goal. But right now, we just need 100 subscribers.
We're at 51. We'd love you to be 52.
Yep.
We're gonna deep fry a bird too. That fucking turkey gotta know it.
Look how much of that's still in that glass.
Oh yeah, tinted. Like practically, if you don't bleach the glass out of it.
Let's just wait. Oh, I got another drink.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah. We can put that baby down right there and just wait a minute. Yeah. This is what they were talking about when they made that beer they called Oil of Gladness. This is actually more of what I would call Oil of Gladness. Because I tell you what, it looks very thick and oily, and it is making me glad. Cheers.
Yep.
Till next Wednesday. See you next Wednesday.
See you next Wednesday.
Not every song. He really loves songs. But I can sing all these songs about Texas. I still do go faster. Sad songs. I can't help it. I like to drink a whiskey. And I found a life like David Allen Coe. Probably because we're singing this song. So you gotta kind of sound like him when you're singing this song. That one time we did play it. Yeah. But the country DJs all